Things get fierce in the final practice before a meeting with the Denver Broncos. Both sides going back and forth, and they get riled up a couple times, and the physicality shows on Training Camp Live, presented by American Airlines. Let's go! Welcome into a brand new edition of Training Camp Live, presented by American Airlines. Alongside Nick Eatman, I'm Kyle Youmans. Mike McCarthy said it was going to be a red zone heavy day today. That's what they're working on at the moment on the field. We've got the first team out there with Dak Prescott at quarterback. And take a look at this defense, too, way things are set up. First team defense out there and a handoff to Zeke as he tries to get to the edge around Donovan Wilson. You're not going to see a whole lot of Zeke in the preseason. What have you seen out here that really kind of gives you an idea of what he can bring this season?
Well, you like the way he's moving. You know, obviously running games, running plays out here always end in the end zone. But so, it's hard to kind of evaluate it. But for the most part, as Bohanna gets his hand on the ball there. But for the most part, I think that he's moved quickly, shifty. He's getting some, good rotation with Tony Pollard. And so I think he says his knee feels good. We'll see what happens in week one.
He's going to get a toss here, going to the right-hand side this time. This is where you get to see a lot of the physicality of the offensive line, trying to set that front and move to the second level. They talked about that initially, too. When the pads came on, that's where you get the first work at working to the second level. How have you seen the offense and the offensive line grow over these last couple of weeks?
Well, it's hard to tell that, Kyle. They keep rotating. They rotated again with Tyler Smith getting first-team reps, as you see Connor McGovern now with the second team. But I think anytime you can get your hands on guys, that's where they play with leverage. The guys like Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, you can see that a lot more. And so, the running games have been wide open more since the pads have come on.
Little motion moving out wide. That's Dontario Drummond, the rookie undrafted free agent out of Ole Miss, who missed some time early in camp but has since been put back into the formation. Again, working in the red zone, but also working, it's just outside of the red zone, but they're working on high-tempo, high-motion offense. Here's Cooper Rush rolling to his right, off-balance throw, out of bounds. Good pressure off the edge.
Pretty good pressure by number 54, Sam Williams. He went around there. It looks like he went around Josh Ball and got him to the ground, and let's see if he can come do it again here. It's quick tempo.
It's really the same lineup back and forth. They hand it off to Malik Davis. Davis bounds his way through the middle of the defense.
Uh-oh.
Somebody lost the
Watch out. Here it comes.
Well, they're spreading things out, and you've got a little bit of pushing and shoving. It's Connor McGovern right in the middle of it. Did you see who he was latched up with?
You could just guess. I mean, it was Ridgeway. I didn't have to be looking. I would have guessed Ridgeway. Ridgeway just with a punch. You see that? He kind of grabs him and threw a uppercut.
They're gonna go right back at it again. Ridgeway got around him that time. Josh Ball lost his man and Malik Jefferson, and Jefferson was there to stack up Malik Davis.
Again. It's getting chippy here.
Man, it's getting chippy. Lots of the physicality.
Just wait till we get to Denver. Just wait. This is just a preview. This is just the salad.
It's the appetizer. There's an extra shove there. Now it's Ian Bunting getting in there.
Yeah, this is going down.
Coaching staff doing what they can. Sam Williams now in the mix. Israel Mukwamu doing a nice job of trying to break things up.
That's 3 plays in a row, though.
Oh, man, it's the same group. They haven't subbed anybody out.
No.
They're going right back at it here.
Are we going 4 for 4 here?
I think we're going 4 for 4. Throw over the middle. That one knocked over. Israel Mukwamu laid a hit. Sam Williams, Josh Ball getting after it. Now it's Terrence Steele in there to break it up. I feel like a WWE announcer more so than a football announcer.
I don't know what.
Now
what's
Dak's
going on
in the
with
middle
the
trying
line.
to bracket.
I mean, is anyone going to forget that the guy laid out Brandon Smith? I mean.
So now we've made our way over to the fans, Nick, and the fans have been electric, but really the physicality and a little bit of the chippiness has shown over these last few drills. This is the first play. This is backed up against their own end zone. We flipped the field now, and the defense, even right before that rep happened, they all came together, and there was a lot of really just a come-to reality sort of talk in the middle of that huddle.
Yeah, you wonder what's kind of going on emotionally. One of their passing game coordinators, Joe Witt Jr., is not on the practice field. He's taking a leave of absence. That was just announced earlier before practice. And so, and then also the heat is rising a little bit. 4 plays in a row we saw before that last drill where there was some pushing and fighting, and that was probably the tone of that.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Tony Pollard over the top there. He got tripped up by his own guy. It was Jake Ferguson who was down on the ground after going up against one of the linebackers at the second level. Again, we see Marquise Bell working with the first team while Jaron Kearse is out. A couple of mixtures. There is no Trayvon Diggs, just a veteran rest day for Diggs today, so he is unavailable. But that gives us an opportunity to see Kelvin Joseph out there. You get Jordan Lewis, you have Anthony Brown, and then the rest of that secondary is back and healthy. Let's see what Dak can do back up against his wall. Coverage there from Joseph was on it, but it was Dennis Houston that made the grab.
I've been seeing that a lot out of Joseph is that, he's there to make the play, but he doesn't. He's not making it. Guys are making it, even though he's got contested coverage, which is the start, but the guys are still making some plays. That's a little bit concerning for him. And, on the flip side, Kyle, they keep talking about Dennis Houston. He's always where he needs to be. Well, he needed to be right there on the slant, and he makes the catch.
Both of those guys stay in the formation for this next play. It's Jordan Lewis in the slot on Houston, and then Joseph has Noah Brown. They go that direction, just out of reach from Noah Brown. He's had a great camp, continued that today. He had another great grab in the individual drills, but that time just a little bit out of reach from Dak.
Yeah, and that's a throw that Dak, he's an athletic guy, but a lot of times you don't see the pinpoint accuracy on throws like that, throws on the run. I'm not saying he's never done it. He's had some of his better throws, but that's one that timing is so important, and it's tough when you got receivers going in and out of the lineup.
Cooper Rush under center. Will Greer left practice a little bit earlier. So you'll see Cooper Rush getting all of the second-team reps, and there is a bit of a touch-up. Rico Dowdle back for his first practice after a couple of days on the COVID list. Now he is back, or I guess there's no COVID list anymore, but with COVID. And then he's now back in practice. Should see him quite a bit in the preseason.
Yep, without a doubt. He's going to get some reps and vying for that third spot. And, Skip Pete, running back's coach, said the other day, if you're going to put these two backs, Zeke and Pollard, out there together a lot, that third back's going to get a ton more carries than he normally does. And right now it would be Rico.
Kelvin Joseph on Kavontae Turpin to the near side. They go a little play action. They're going to go into the flat with Malik Davis. Malik Davis wasn't one of those receiving backs out of college, but you like him as a guy that could do that.
I like him. I mean, I don't know. He fits that 34 really well, but he's running. He's very physical. He runs, and this is his type of practice because it's without a doubt the most physical practice we've had here since we've been at Oxnard. 4 fights in a row. But the way that Davis runs, he's a violent runner.
Now it's Aaron Champlin.
Watch this. Woo-hoo!
That's it.
Aaron Champlin, undrafted free agent out there as well, along with Malik Davis. A couple of running backs with extra opportunity. And, like you said, a little bit of electricity too.
I noticed that yesterday and a couple of times out of the backfield like that. And he just got more speed than I remember seeing before. Probably tore up that Ivy League.
Go, Rush.
Now Rush is going to back up into the shotgun. Widen things out. Jake Ferguson all the way at the far side now. Now Rush over the middle, batted away. Nice job by Deron Bland. It was kind of put behind Brendan Smith at the moment, but it was a good coverage on the backside there from Bland.
Yep. Good stuff is what I think the defensive guys were saying there.
Good stuff.
If Alex Lilly was doing the sounds from the sideline, that's what he would probably call it there.
Good play.
Stuff. Good stuff.
Nice job.
All right.
Dak Prescott back in there. One's in the mix.
Go, Dak.
Hand off to Zeke.
That's it.
We've seen a little bit of burst out of Ezekiel Elliott here over these last couple days.
That's the word that he used himself, burst, that he didn't have a lot of there. And the fans know it too. They like the burst.
That's one of those plays that most likely there's going to be a convergence of players, and it's going to be a 4 or 5 yard gain. But even then, that's what you ask out of Zeke. You ask him to break a couple tackles, and then he's got a little bit more room to work.
Well, when you're backed up to your own 5 yards, it feels like a steak dinner.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's exactly. And even the punter would love that because knowing that he might have to punt out of there.
Get him.
Dak Prescott trying to find Jalen Tolbert, but Anthony Brown was all over him.
That right there looked like a rookie versus a 6-year guy. That's what that looked like to me. And that's nothing against Tolbert. That's just Anthony Brown has been at practice before. He's seen this play. He's seen that route. He knows what's happening. He was the receiver pretty much before Tolbert, and he was more physical on the play there.
Widen things out this time. Empty backfield for Prescott. No, not anymore. They moved Tony Pollard back there.
Go, Parsons.
Now into the flat. That's Sean McEwen, and we are popping today. See a mouthpiece flying up.
Mouthpiece.
You think Mike McCarthy likes this going into Denver? It's basically a ramp up for a big ramp up.
I think so. I think, because that's exactly what's going to happen in Denver. They're smacking around a little bit today. I will say this about that play. Show me the next time a tight end out works well. I mean, maybe Kansas City runs them with Kelsey or Kittle in San Francisco, but tight end outs against a defense like this, there's not a lot of yak going on after that catch.
Now you got 3 tight ends, and they're all out wide to the near side. And Rico Dowdle way out there as well. A lot of pre-snap motion. You can throw that one over the middle to Noah Brown. That was put on the money. Brown was covered by Anthony Brown.
Yep.
And a great throw from Dak would have been a first down.
Right there.
Is he a top 10 player of camp for you?
Noah Brown?
Noah Brown.
Yeah, I think he'd be easily in the top 10. It'd be a conversation for top 5. He has been fantastic.
Both Anthony and
I agree.
Yeah.
And they went up against each other there. We've now seen throughout this training camp live, we saw Noah Brown make a play. We saw Anthony Brown make a play. It's been like that throughout the couple weeks here.
For sure. Yeah, Noah Brown, because what I like about him is that he's a physical player. He can win off the line, he can block and things like that, but he has been quicker in his route running than we've seen before. Isn't that right, David Hellman? That's right, guys. That's right.
Hey, you got an agreeance from David Hellman. That didn't happen a whole lot while he worked here.
We still talk to the enemy now and again.
Every once in a
Just
while.
kidding.
We're cordial.
Always a friend of the family.
Of course. So let's see what they're going with here. They've now worked out of the shadow of their own end zone. They were on the 1-yard line. Now they're working back toward the 30. And they're going to try and push down the field. We'll see how quickly Ben DiNucci and this third-team offense can work with. A couple guys on defense. You've got Neville Gallimore out there, Quentin Bohanna, Dante Fowler Jr., Nashawn Wright. Just a couple names.
Mix between ones and some twos there.
Let's go, DiNucci.
You may see a lot of these formations come preseason game. Devin Harper got in the backfield very quickly there from the second level.
Yeah, big time hitter there.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah. Woo.
Here we go again. The physicality.
Let it out.
Like it.
Mike McCarthy said he doesn't want to deal with fighting, but you also want to have fight. There are 2 different things going on.
Guys, please don't fight out here until there's just been nothing but a fight. Try to slide down here, Alex.
When you would think about it, too, with the fighting that's been going on, you would think that you would rotate guys that are having that kind of physicality. They haven't done that. They've said, get back out there and play again.
Yeah.
Building toughness. Great jump from Quentin Bohanna. May have been a little bit early, but he was all over the interior of that offensive line.
Feel another one. Yep.
There's some talking. It's just cordial. That's all.
You know what I like about it, though? It's not just the defensive guys being aggressive. I feel like the offensive guys are giving it just as much. It's not one of those things where, typically defensive guys are the ones that kind of start it, and the offensive guys got to decide if they want to come back. I feel like this is just as aggressive on both sides of the ball.
Hey, you got Trent.
Simi Fehoko out there. Ben DiNucci had Dante Fowler Jr. right in his face, came off the edge, and if it wasn't for Fowler, Tristan Hill was coming on the backside. Defense wins that rep.
Yep. Yeah, that little side throw there by Nooch wasn't fooling anyone. Good job by Fowler there. Almost made the tipped interception.
You think maybe some of that extra toughness, that extra fight from the offensive line may be a byproduct of having really the defense dominate practices scattered throughout Oxnard?
So. Everybody knows it. I mean, we talk about it. They see it in the meetings. They know defense.
DiNucci got out of that one. Only would have been about a 4 or 5 yard gain before Devin Harper came near side. Again, man, that defensive lineman coming in there.
Yeah, they saw that red jersey and they were like, let's hold up.
Threw on the brakes.
All right, the one's back in.
We'll finish up with the ones here. We'll do a couple plays here while Dak Prescott's back at quarterback, and we get a little bit of that offensive line in the mix. Connor McGovern out there with the entirety of the first-team line. Right in front of us. Hard count from Dak Prescott. Gets it on the third try, and then there's Ezekiel Elliott.
That's a good run. That isn't –
That's right, Dak.
I hate to say it like this because Zeke is his own superstar, but that was an Emmitt Smith type of run right there. The way just the lateral shiftiness, it's a 2-yard gain or you want to make it 5 or 6. That's probably in a real game a 6 or 7 yard run. But you can have really good runs on 6 or 7 yards, especially on first down like that. Love the way he shifted back and saw the vision.
His first-team offensive line has done a great job of blocking up front, and Jake Ferguson got a little bit of a jump.
Yep.
Just a little. Made good contact.
What number?
And now you're out.
Jeremy Sprinkle checking in as he makes his return to practice today after a couple days missed.
Yep. You can't have mental reps like that, and that's what it is. You mess up, you're out of the play.
Pollard in the backfield this time. There's Pollard. Can he catch the edge? Needed a block. Didn't get it on Micah Parsons. It was McGovern coming over trying to seal off Parsons, and he didn't get there in time.
I saw a nice block, though, by Terrence Steele. He's a physical blocker there. So we're going to try one more here?
Yeah, let's do
Third down.
one more.
Looks like
They're working right in front of us. It's kind of a tough angle here. The final play here of Training Camp Live.
Long ball, Dak.
Let's go, Dak!
Spreading it out. Noah Brown in the formation. Now they motion Rico Dowdle backwards. And it's Dowdle, far side. Parsons got around the edge that time, too.
Yeah, you can keep running, Rico, if you want, but I think Micah had you back there.
So let's wrap things up here on Training Camp Live. And we knew it was going to be short yardage situation heavy. We knew there was going to be some physicality. I was about to say the word fight, and we definitely saw some of that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on practice?
Well, I thought the defense won the fight, 4 rounds to 3 going into the scorecard here. It was just, like you said, a good physical fight there and battle as they head to Denver. It's going to happen in Denver. It's
going to happen, and, hey, we may even see you out there in terms of Training Camp Live in Denver. For Nick Eatman, I'm Kyle Youmans. That does it for us. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Go Cowboys!